It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. This information concerning the XRP ETF was just disclosed by BlackRock. Staying up to date on all the latest news on XRP is essential if you are interested in the project or own XRP coins. XRP price has fallen 3.6% in the previous 24 hours and 1.3% in the last 7 days. Trading volume for the last 24 hours was $1.2 billion, and the price for XRP today is 0.57. Out of a total supply of 100 billion, 48 billion XRP coins are now in circulation. These rates may have changed by the time you see the movie, so please be aware of that. Cryptocurrency investments are dangerous, and this is not financial advice. Bitstamp, eToro, and GateHub are 3 of the most popular places to buy and sell XRP, but before you purchase, make sure you do your own research. Well, that is enough, let's get down to business. Now, let's watch the movie. As SEC increases its demands, the XRP lawsuit takes a fresh turn. A fresh demand from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has taken an unexpected turn in the long-running XRP case between Ripple and the agency. The SEC moved the Southern District of New York to obtain 2 types of crucial Ripple's documents on January 11, 2024. Former federal prosecutor and pro-crypto advocate James K. Fillon broke the news on Monday that the SEC is focusing on 2 years' worth of financial statements, 2022 and 2023. The purpose of this request is to determine the necessary remedies, such as injunctions and civil penalties, by evaluating Ripple's current financial standing. Documentation of post-complaint institutional sales contracts, to assess the likelihood of future legal infractions and devise appropriate sanctions, guarantee compliance, and safeguard investors. These contracts are considered crucial. The pursuit of 2 primary goals is emphasized by the SEC's motion. After a court verdict in July 2023 found that Ripple breached Section 5 of the Securities Act with its institutional sales on XRP, the records will help Judge Torres assess the necessary corrective actions, such as possible injunctions and penalty amounts, to assess the danger of future securities law violations and create effective preventive actions. It is necessary to understand Ripple's post-complaint business activity, especially its institutional sales. Inaction on the part of Ripple, which is opposed to what SECS is asking for. The business claimed that the requests go beyond the legal bounds of discovery and that it would be too onerous to produce financial records and contracts that have no bearing on the ongoing remedies phase of the lawsuit. The SEC rebutted by stressing that Ripple's continuing business activities, especially its sales to institutions, were crucial in establishing the necessity of possible injunctions to prevent future infractions. It goes on to say that knowing Ripple's financial health is crucial for determining a fair penalty. The next stage of the litigation will see the SEC increasing its requests and probing Ripple's financial situation and post-complaint actions. Many thought the XRP lawsuit was dead, but it may have found a new home. This case's decision will have far-reaching consequences for the cryptocurrency sector, and everyone is rooting for XRP to win. Phil Ripple has reportedly requested more time to answer. The date was pushed back to January 19 after the corporation asked for 2 additional days. After weeks of being silent on the litigation, a legal expert recently anticipated that the corporation will be required to file a discovery motion and address the SEC's petition to compel. What comes next, now that momentum has returned, is anyone's guess. If you're still here, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, and comment on this video so I know you didn't miss anything. Let's get down to business. What follows is the remainder of the video. About the possibility of an XRP ETF, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says something. The possibility of an XRP-based exchange-traded fund has been discussed by Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, the biggest asset management company in the world. The possibility of an XRP ETF was one of Larry Fink's topics of discussion in a recent interview with FOX senior reporter Charles Gasparini. This question arises in the context of the U.S. authorities' approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF, XRP ETF, which is still in the first stages. In a recent interview, Gatsby Reno sought BlackRock's opinion on the potential imminent launch of an XRP exchange-traded fund. This begs the question, given that the company has already applied for an ETF based on Ethereum. "I can't talk about that," Larry Fink responded. NB members of the XRP community have responded enthusiastically to Larry Fink's comment. The fact that the CEOs of BlackRock have said nothing definitive, but that there is room for consideration, has given XRP fans reason to be optimistic. Tony Edward of the Thinking Crypto podcast claims that Larry believes it was prudent not to provide a final answer since doing so could set off the XRP market. An executive and Valkyria firm authorized to list a Bitcoin ETF have already hinted at the possibility of an XRP ETF's debut, referencing the recent reintroduction of XRP as a grayscale example. Although the Valkyria executive wasn't sure if the company should apply for an XRP ETF, he emphasized that, considering the volatile nature of the financial sector, such a move is not out of the question. At the same time, Gara, founder of Black Swan Capital, is among those notable XRP community members who believe that the XRP exchange-traded fund is unimportant for personal reasons. He recently made the argument that XRP is not meant to be an ETF, but rather a currency in its own right. He views crypto spot ETFs as an invitation to institutional corruption and thinks they are nothing more than a diversion. The legal experts' dispute over XRP's security status has ended, according to today's news. You'll see why I say this. The legal dispute over whether XRP is a security may have finally come to a close, according to prominent pro-crypto attorney Bill Morgan, who recently dropped a bombshell on X. Morgan cited the most recent move filed by the SEC in the continuing Ripple case as evidence that the tide is turning. Yet another XRP lawsuit battle. Since neither side made any public statements, the litigation has mostly faded from public view. Nonetheless, the cryptocurrency industry's focus has returned to the SEC. As of its most recent filing, the SEC has refiled its motion, this time requesting that Ripple produce 2 papers and address one question of paramount importance: a contract controlling its institutional XRP sales following the complaint and audited financial statements covering the years 2022 to 2023 are the relevant papers. Since the litigation started, the SEC has also requested explanation regarding the funds that have been received from institutional XRP sales. The SEC attempted to appeal Judge Torres's decision that Ripple's non-institutional XRP sales did not constitute securities in an interlocutory appeal last year. An early October 2023 denial came with the appeal. Curiously, that ruling is completely absent from the most recent motion. The Southeast Regional Commission is now more concerned with appealing the July 2023 summary judgment pertaining to Ripple's programmatic XRP sales and other distributions. What's the plan for SEC after this? Tell me what this means. The SEC may choose to focus their appeal on the programmatic sales ruling and ignore XRP's non-security classification, even if they decide to do so after the remedies phase. For Morgan, these signs mean it's time to start fighting over XRP's non-security status. The lawyer declared victory in the battle over whether or not XRP is a security. Morgan anticipates a heated dispute over all XRP sales pertaining to Ripple's ODL since December 2020 now that the non-security problem appears to have been resolved. A possible fierce court battle in the remedies phase is hinted at by the fact that both parties have already demonstrated strong opposition to each other's requests. This news is bound to delight the XRP community, so consider it as a sign. The fact that XRP is not a security will not be challenged. The community should be encouraged by the news, but they should also know that the fight is far from done. There will be many twists and turns along the way to the conclusion of this historic litigation, but a prominent expert has recently forecasted when it will conclude. Just so you know, we aren't trying to sell you any stocks or provide you any financial advice through this channel. All this is just a conduit for getting instructional materials to people's homes. We would never urge you to send money using WhatsApp or any other medium. Please be wary of scams. If you see a comment or email that seems like it came from our channel, do not click on it. It would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe to my channel and rate it. Catch you later, farewell.